I want you to close your eyes and imagine something. Imagine you are watching the greatest athlete you have ever seen in your life. He's 6 foot 6 inches tall. He weighs 220 pounds. He has been in the NBA for less than 2 years. And tonight, in front of 20,000 people and every superstar the league has to offer, he does things with a basketball that had never been seen before, that you will never see again. That moment, February 12th, 2000, was the greatest single performance in NBA slam dunk contest history. And it may have also been the last moment the dunk contest was ever truly, fully alive. Because after Vince Carter walked off the floor waving his hands in the "it's over" motion, it was. To understand how the dunk contest died, you first need to understand what it was and what it meant. The NBA Slam Dunk Contest was born in 1976 at an ABA All-Star game in Denver. Julius Erving, Dr. J, won it all. And even then, even at the very beginning, it was something different from anything else in sports. It wasn't about who won the championship. It wasn't about statistics or strategy or standings. It was pure spectacle, pure athleticism. A man, a ball, a basket, and gravity. And the question of what happens when one of those things decides the rules don't apply to him. The NBA reintroduced it permanently in 1984. And for the next 4 years, it became the most anticipated 15 minutes in all of sports television. Not just in basketball, in all of sports. 1985, Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight reel, putting on a one-man show that made the entire league understand that the basketball court could be art. 1986, Spud Webb, 5 feet, 7 inches tall, defeating the human highlight film himself, becoming the shortest player in history to win the contest and creating one of the greatest underdog moments in sports history. 1987 and 1988, Michael Jordan, from the free throw line, legs open, suspended in air in a way that shouldn't have been physically possible, winning back-to-back titles and cementing himself not just as a basketball player, but as something approaching mythology. The 1988 contest between Jordan and Wilkins in Chicago is still considered by many the greatest dunk contest in history. Wilkins put up what should have been a perfect score on his final dunk. The judges gave him a 45. Jordan went right after him and scored a 50 from the free throw line. Wilkins still argues, to this day, that he should have won. That is the level of drama this event once generated. Grown men arguing about it 35 years later. The dunk contest wasn't just an event. It was a conversation between the best athletes in the world about what was possible, and the whole world was watching. And then, the stars stopped showing up. The 90s were the golden age of the NBA. Michael Jordan was winning 6 championships. Shaquille O'Neal was redefining the center position. Penny Hardaway, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley. The league had more pure star power than at any point in its history, and almost none of it showed up for the dunk contest. Jordan competed in 1987 and 1988, and then never again. Shawn Kemp, one of the most electrifying dunkers of his generation, was the only All-Star to compete in the contest from 1991 to 1997. 6 years. The rest of the field were players no casual fan had ever heard of, throwing dunks that were technically impressive but emotionally empty. Harold Miner won in 1993 and 1995. He was a talented player, a legitimate dunker. He was also nicknamed Baby Jordan, which tells you exactly how the league was trying and failing to replace what it had lost. You simply can't replace Michael Jordan by calling someone Baby Jordan. You can only remind everyone watching that the real thing is no longer there. By 1995, players were missing dunks on multiple attempts. By 1997, Kobe Bryant, a teenager in his first All-Star weekend, was winning a dunk contest that featured 0 established stars. By 1998, the NBA had seen enough. Commissioner David Stern quietly pulled the contest from the schedule. In its place, a WNBA-NBA two-ball competition. The most beloved event in All-Star Weekend history had been replaced by a novelty act. And honestly, nobody missed it enough to even fight for it. In 2000, the NBA brought the dunk contest back, and they had a secret weapon. His name was Vince Carter. He was 23 years old. He had been in the league for less than 2 full seasons. He had already shown flashes in Toronto, a 360 windmill, a reverse layup that made the whole arena go quiet, but nothing that fully telegraphed what he was about to do on February 12th in Oakland, California. The NBA had a stacked field, 4 players who were and would become All-Stars. Carter, his cousin Tracy McGrady, Steve Francis, and Ricky Davis. For the first time in years, this was a contest with genuine talent, genuine star power. What nobody was prepared for was that Vince Carter wasn't going to compete with other players. He was going to perform for an audience. That night before the contest, he lay awake in his hotel room, running through dunks in his head. He had 6 prepared. He scrapped almost all of them when he walked onto the floor. What he did instead was improvise in front of 20,000 people and the entire NBA. One of the greatest solo athletic performances in the history of American sports. The 360 windmill, a perfect 50 from every judge. Kenny Smith was on the microphone screaming, "Let's go home," after the very first dunk.
Let's go home! Let's go home! Let's go home!
The elbow dunk, the honey dip, a move that required him to put his entire forearm through the basket. And somehow, impossibly, he did it cleanly. The arena fell completely silent for 2 full seconds before it understood what it had just witnessed. And then the between the legs dunk, the one that defines the moment. The one that when you watch it in slow motion, still does not look real. He jumped from behind the free throw line. He brought the ball back through his own legs while suspended in the air, and he finished it with one hand. Dominique Wilkins, who had seen everything, who competed against Jordan in 1998, who is the human highlight reel himself, ranked the 2000 dunk contest on par with the Jordan-Wilkins battle as the greatest in history. Allen Iverson said afterwards, "Nobody could have beat him that night. Nobody." Steve Francis and Tracy McGrady also dunked that night. In any other year, Francis might have won. In another year, McGrady might have won. They both had performances that would have been legendary in a normal contest. They weren't even the story. At the end, Vince Carter walked to the center of the court, waved his hands in front of his chest, the "it's over" motion. He was right. He just didn't know what it meant yet. Here's the problem that Vince Carter created for the NBA. He set a standard that was not meant to be a standard. It was meant to be a moment. But when you produce the greatest individual athletic performance in the history of your own event, every future version of that event gets measured against it. And everything gets found lacking. The NBA tried. Players tried. Dwight Howard came out in a Superman cape. Blake Griffin jumped over a car. Zach LaVine won back-to-back contests with dunks that in any other era would have been all anyone talked about for the next decade. In 2016, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine had a final round that many called the greatest head-to-head dunk battle since Jordan and Wilkins. Gordon threw a one-handed windmill over the team mascot that should have been a 50. The judges gave him a 47. And he lost. He lost twice in the same night. And the outrage from the fans and analysts revealed something important. People still cared. Deeply. The audience was there, but the stars wouldn't come. LeBron James has never competed. Kevin Durant never competed. Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the most physically extraordinary athletes alive, has never competed. Ja Morant, a player who throws down dunks in actual games that would win any dunk contest in history, has never competed. In 5 straight years, from 2019 to 2023, not a single All-Star entered the field. Nate Robinson, a 3-time champion himself, explained why. Social media ruined it. Guys don't want to be on the wrong end of the stick when it comes to memes and all the posts and all the criticism. And there it is, the real answer. In 1988, Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins competed because they wanted to know who was better. And there was no downside. The crowd was in the arena, and the highlights lived on a tape. A miss was forgotten by Tuesday. In 2024, a missed dunk becomes a GIF that lives forever. A meme. The upside of winning is one night of celebration. The downside of losing is permanent, shareable humiliation. The NBA created the internet era and then forgot to protect its own event from it. So here's the question. Can the dunk contest be saved? The answer is yes, but it requires the NBA to admit something it has never been willing to admit. That it let this happen. That the decisions it made over 30 years contributed greatly to the death of its own greatest event. The path back is simple, even if it's not easy. The NBA needs to pay for it. Right now, the winner of the slam dunk contest receives $50,000. In a league where the average salary is over $9 million a year, where superstars make $30 to $50 million per season, you are asking LeBron James to risk permanent public humiliation for $50,000? Which is roughly what he earns in 2 hours during a regular season. Ja Morant said it publicly that he would consider competing for $1 million. That is the price. $1 million would change the conversation overnight. It would get the stars back on the floor. It would get the fans in the seats. And it would cost the NBA approximately what they spend on 2 minutes of commercial time during the All-Star broadcast. The other thing the NBA needs to fix is the judging. The Aaron Gordon situation in 2016 and again in 2020, where he performed objectively superior dunks and lost both times, destroyed faith in the contest's legitimacy. If the outcomes feel predetermined or arbitrary, the stars will not compete. If the stars will not compete, the fans will not watch. The loop is that simple. The bones of this event are still there. Zach LaVine proved it. Aaron Gordon proved it. Matt McClung, a player nobody had ever heard of, scored perfect 50s on every single dunk in 2025 and gave the internet something to talk about for well over a week. The capacity for greatness is there. The desire to watch it is still there. The history is still there. Jordan, Wilkins, Vince Carter waving his hands and saying it's over. The only thing missing is the will to make it matter. February 12, 2000, Oakland, California. Vince Carter puts his forearm through a basketball hoop in front of the entire NBA. For one night, one perfect, unrepeatable night. The dunk contest was everything it was supposed to be. And we're still waiting on the next one. Thank you so much for joining us here on Game Changers again. We had a great time telling the history of the NBA's dunk contest. What were some of your favorite dunks all time? Who are your favorite guys you love to watch compete? Drop your comments below and let's keep the conversation going. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. We're putting content out all the time and would love for you to stay up to date with us. Again, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. God bless you all, and we'll see you in the next one.